Good morning, men. It's Monday morning. A reminder that tomorrow night we have Razor's Edge Men Sharpening for those of you in town and not on spring break. It will be at Fuddruckers at 6 p.m., dinner at 7. And so this morning, our reading from the daily lectionary is Mark 3, verses 1 to 19. Again, he entered the synagogue, and a man was there with a withered hand. And they watched Jesus to see whether he would heal on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. And he said to the man with the withered hand, "Come here." And he said to them, "Is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good, or to do harm, to save a life, or to kill?" But they were silent. And he looked around at them with anger, grieved at their hardness of heart, and said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. The Pharisees went out immediately, held counsel with the Herodians against him, how to destroy him. I'll stop there. That's at verse 6. That's a good break, actually, for today. It's amazing to me when I read this story, and Jesus is amazed by the same thing, how hard-hearted they can be and how stubborn they can be. This is one of their own congregational members who has a withered hand, who gets his hand restored and healed. And all they can do is figure out how they can catch Jesus for doing work and healing on the Sabbath. It's absolutely amazing to me. But this is the depth of spiritual blindness, is we just can't see that which is right in front of us. And this is a good thing that brings about a bad reaction. And that's what happens when we're spiritually blind and spiritually dead. And so we're reminded by this that thank goodness we have the gift of faith that gives us eyes to see, that gives us eyes to appreciate the very work of Christ and what he's doing. And we pray that others would also begin to or one day receive this great gift of faith that gives them eyes to see the world in a completely different way. But I would also kind of give us a warning: don't ever underestimate the grip and the hold of spiritual blindness on a person. They can have a very different reaction than what you would think. And don't get so mad at them as much as understand what spiritual blindness does to a person. Men, have a great day, and thank the Lord today that you've been given eyes of faith to see.